Chitwood, Senior Strategic Planner for Toyota's Advanced Technologies Group.
So, Jaycie, right behind us is a plug-in hybrid. People have been doing plug-in hybrids now for quite some time on these Priuses. Their warranty is no longer any good because of it. What is that telling Toyota about the market for plug-in hybrids? Are you guys looking into it now?
We are. Actually, it tells us, I think, more about the technology choice that we made to go full hybrid direction. They've chosen the Prius because it has the ability to run solely in electric mode, so because it is a full hybrid. So I think it tells us that we made a good technology choice in choosing to go the full hybrid route versus the mild hybrid. It does tell us a bit about the market, that there are obviously people who do want this. The question is, do enough people want it such that we can sell enough vehicles to really make a difference? Because that's what the hybrids are all about, is reducing the environmental impact. So we are studying them. This car is one of the first in the U.S. We started studying these in 2007 in Japan, in France, and in California. So we have them in California. We have them with 2 of the universities, and we're testing them with real-world drivers. They'll have the drivers drive them for 4 to 6 weeks.
Did you actually look at the other plugins that have been done on a conversion basis by individuals before you decided how to go about plugging yours in, how to make the plug-in?
No, absolutely not. We've been doing hybrid technology for, as you know, many years. Had hybrids on sale for 10 years.
And you've done plug-in before.
We have, with the RAV4 electric vehicles. So obviously plug-in is nothing new to us. So no, we didn't take our idea for it from the converters. We were already working on it before that. There are definitely issues to bringing this to market. One of them is, the big one is the battery, of course. How do you get enough energy density such that you can reduce the size and the cost enough that the premium wouldn't be substantial?
Will you wait until the lithium-ion battery is ready to bring out a plug-in hybrid?
We would. These first prototype vehicles use nickel metal hydride simply because that's what we have experience with. So we're able to, while at the same time we're developing the battery and trying to gear up for battery production, we can also be finding a little bit out about the consumer market. Do people want to plug them in? How much are they willing to trade off in terms of price? More EV range equals bigger battery, more cost, more charging time. So the goal is still to use just a standard 110-volt outlet. Obviously, there's a limit to how many hours we charge. So we're trying to find out some of those consumer trade-offs and that willingness, while at the same time we're working on the lithium technology.
The plug-in that you have does it use a standard plug-in?
It does, 110-volt. That was one of the things we found with as you said, the other plug-in, which was the RAV-EV, was that there was this additional charging mechanism required a 240-volt connection. A lot of people had to upgrade their electrical.
How long does it take right now to fully charge a vehicle with just a standard plug-in?
Well, there is no standard really. These first prototypes have
the one you've got that you're testing,
2.7 kilowatt hour, which takes 3 to 4 hours.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. In France, actually, they do have household 240, so it takes 1 to 2 out of 240. But again, the goal in the U.S. is 110, so 3 to 4 hours.
Israel is looking at putting in plug-ins or electric vehicles. They're looking at being able to change out their batteries. Any thought of doing something like that?
There's been a lot of talk about that. A lot of talk, especially from the regulatory side. How do we help to bring this technology to market? And one of the the big thing people have realized is it's the battery, not just making it and getting the energy density and the cost, but the durability. How do you warrant the battery for 10 years or 150,000 miles for the consumer? Because that's the minimum expectation. So one of the ideas that people have had is, what if you could swap out the battery, or what if somebody else owned the battery, which is a different business model, and could change it out. Toyota likes to develop all of its core technologies in-house, and so we have not chosen that route of using a separate battery company. Obviously, it's not as easy as it sounds. It's not a cassette you can plug in, and so the idea of swapping out the battery is actually actually not as easy as we'll make it out to be.
How long before you would see a plug-in hybrid on the road from Toyota?
It's a little bit hard to say. We, in the next couple of years, late 2009, 2010, we'll bring out our second generation plug-in with our first generation lithium battery. So we'll bring out much more. Here we just have a small volume for nickel hydride. We'll have in hundreds of vehicles for lithium. And then that'll still be though in demonstration, but an expanded fleet demonstration phase. It's hard to say when they would come to market.
We'll see how it does then. Jaycie, thank you very much.
Thank you.